I'm the Jody Saver, and in this video, I'm going to show you my YouTube analytics at 500 subscribers. So I've talked about it recently, I've just hit 500 subscribers. I'm actually at 525 subscribers at the moment. Um, I've been posting videos now for over 2 years. So actually, it was the end of January 2022 when I started posting. So it's 2 years of posting videos, and it took me um, maybe like a year and a half to get to 250 subscribers, and then kind of the past couple of months that's doubled. And I'll talk about the reasons for that, but it's pretty much been a bit more consistent with YouTube. I had a patch where I started out kind of on a good footing with posting videos, and I was posting about all elements of my journey to financial freedom. So I was talking about my overpaying my mortgage, investing, saving. But then I had some, I don't know if you want to call it cold feet, and I stopped posting about investing um, because I had a big fear that people might misconstrue it as financial advice, which that's not the purpose of this channel. So I stopped posting about that. So I only was posting about mortgage overpayments. But to be honest, because that's only one part of my overall journey, I lost a bit of motivation for it, because while I really like talking about mortgage overpayments, it felt like I was only showing part of um my sort of financial life, if that makes sense. And it felt a bit inauthentic just showing one part of what I do and not being transparent about everything. So I decided in October to get back posting regularly and to share my Vanguard portfolio update as well. And just my sort of rule to myself was that I'd caveat every video by explaining that I'm not a financial advisor and reminding people to do their own research, because I think one of my worries with posting this sort of content is that people blindly follow what they see someone doing online, and that's not really my intention. And I'd hate anyone to um make any decisions based on a one video I create. You've got to do your own research. So bit of a waffle at the beginning of this video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the analytics page looks in YouTube, and then I'm going to show you some of the charts that I've made myself to see how the journey's progressed month on month. So let's have a look at the analytics. So just to mention that if you have a YouTube channel, you have a what they call the YouTube Studio. This is where you post all your content, how you upload your videos, and it gives you some really nice statistics. So here what you can see is I'll start on the right here. I've got my subscribers, so my live count, and you can see that. So it's over, this is currently looking at 28 days. So I started 28th of January with 460, and then 28 days later we're at 525. So that's interesting to see. It's then also got a views over the past 48 hours, so you can see how videos are doing. So I've recently posted a different sort of video on this channel about my trip to Benidorm, how much I paid, and a review of the hotel, and that's been performing really well. So I've had 1,400 views on that over the past 48 hours, and then in the last 60 minutes, I mean, it's currently Sunday morning, so I guess it's peak YouTube watching time over the weekend. So I've had 17 views in the past hour. Most of them are about my Benidorm holiday, two of them on financial freedom, two of them on mortgage free journey, and one of them on emergency fund update. So really interesting. I will say that, and people who've got YouTube channels might experience this, it's very addictive to look at the views. There's a YouTube Studio app that you can get, and there's been periods where I've had to just delete the app because I was on it like all the time throughout the day after I posted a video to see how it was doing, seeing my watch time go up. And yeah, I mean, I'll come on to sort of how obsessing over views can be a bad thing. I'll come on to that at the end of the video, but yeah, just something to bear in mind. So over the past 28 days, I've had nearly 6,000 views, 359 hours of watch time. So that's how long people are spending watching my video. And I've had 70 subscribers. And if you click on each one, you can see the chart. And this little bit here says that, I had one day after I posted that Benidorm video where I had 61 hours of watch time and I think it was 1400 views. So this is just YouTube telling me that, oh, something's changing your content and it's doing really well. Because earlier on that month, I was, getting considerably less views. Um, But what I've got when I go through my chart is I've got a comparison about the last time I did this update at 250 subscribers, what these stats were and what they are now at 500 subscribers, which is interesting. And you can see, um, maybe I'll change this to lifetime. You can see over the lifetime I've had 45,500 views, 2.6 thousand watch hours, and I've got gained 525 subscribers. You can see if I go to watch time, you can see that actually when I first started posting videos, channel's doing all right. And then there was a period when I stopped posting because these below show you when you've posted, how many videos you've posted, and when you posted them. I stopped posting over this period, partly due to because I lost motivation with the channel because I wasn't covering all what I do with my finances, and then also I had a bit of a rough patch with my mental health, which is thankfully improved now. So I went from March to October without posting any videos. And then you can see how it's all ramped up since I've started posting consistently again. And I've had days where I've had 60 hours of watch time, which has been brilliant. And then what it does at the end here is it just shows you what your most popular videos have been. So my Vanguard portfolio after 4 years, after 3 years is popular. And interestingly enough, I only posted the Benidorm video on Wednesday, Thursday, and it's already my one, two, three, four, my fifth most popular video, which is interesting. Um, So yeah, so that's what the stats page looks like here. What you can do is I won't do it, but if you click into advanced mode, actually I will, because it might be interesting. You can see um, all the stats, and then if you click export current view, and then you can export it as a CSV, so you've got all the raw data underneath, and that's what I'll use to create my own charts, which I'll show you in a second. The final bit to just note on the actual YouTube Studio page is this earnings tab. So I'm sure you're familiar with the fact that on YouTube, you can earn money through AdSense, but there's barriers to entry for that. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in 1 year. Um, there's also kind of an initial tier that you can be part of, which is where you can have memberships or so I'll explain what membership is. So you can charge your subscribers money. Well, you give them opportunity to become a member, and they'll pay you money for like extra things. So you might create more videos that only your subscribers, your members can see, and so on. I mean, that's not really a focus of me because I think if I'm talking about people saving money or what have you, I think it kind of goes against my it's not my morals, but my sort of values in my channel if I then charge people to just get more content from me that I'm actually quite happy to give for free on my YouTube. So yeah, I won't be going for that. But I'm interested in is the shopping bit. So you can help your viewers discover products and shop while they watch your content, connect your own store, and start sharing products across your channel. So what I'm interested in is creating my own mug that has my Geordie Saver logo on. Um, in one way, it's mainly so I can have it there, and then I want to buy my own mug, and it's like a goal that like if I can have my own little shop that has a mug on that I can post a link to, and someone might want to buy one, but primarily I can buy it as well. Um, that's sort of goal. So what I need for that is 500 subscribers, which I've got, and then I need 3,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. I've currently got 1,500. So hopefully over the next couple of months, I'll reach the 3,000 and I can create my mug product that people might want to buy. And then the big goal one I think everyone's probably interested in is the the one where you can receive AdSense money. So YouTube will play ads at the beginning of your videos or middle of your videos, and then you get a proportion of that revenue. So yeah, I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Um, for me, I think it would be just a big achievement to just earn some sort of money through this. I mean, I don't do it to make money because obviously the size of my YouTube channel, like it's not exactly going to be a full-time income I'm going to make. It'll probably be maybe £10, £20 a month I might make from videos. But I guess the cool thing about YouTube ad revenue is that there's not necessarily like a cap on it. So you might make a video that gets really picked up by the algorithm, and maybe you might have a month where you get a grand because that video has become really popular. So unlike my paid employment, which I do, where I've got a set wage every month, this sort of um, earnings has the potential to be more variable and you to um, produce a really good video that gets picked up and you make money from. So I'm hoping that by the end of this year, so end of 2024, I'll have hit that and I'll become monetized, which would be fantastic. So now I'll go over to my Excel sheet and I'll just go through the the views, the watch time, and the subscribers and show you how the journeys went month on month. So for the views, I've taken the CSV, so I've got my views by day. I've then just converted it so that I can, so if it's 25th of January, it just says January 2022. And then I've grouped it by month and done a sum by month. So you can see that there. And then what I've done is I've just charted it. So this is my um, views by month in chart form. So you can see in 2022 and most of 2023, I was getting maybe 1,000 to 2,000 views per month. Since October, when I've been posting a lot more regularly with a lot more diversified content, it's been growing. I mean, February, we're not at the end of the month yet, so but I've had six, nearly eight, and then over 5,000 views, which has been really good. So you can see that I'm hoping that this portion on the right, if I continue like this, it'll start to form a bit of a linear trend. Obviously, it's too early to tell in February what that's going to be like because I've got a couple more days in February. So it may be that this, by the end of February, I'm at that like 6 or 7 thousand views mark. But hopefully, month on month, eventually you'll see a bit of an increase, which would be brilliant. But I think from October time, I've made a lot of um, seen a lot of progress in views, which is good. Now, watch time is probably the ones I'm most interested in. I think before I started creating on YouTube, I thought it was all about views, but actually, if people click on your videos but don't engage with the video and don't stay around and watch it, it doesn't really matter in terms of metrics because you're not really gaining that person as a part of your audience. Whereas the watch time, how long they're staying watching your videos is a bit more insightful and a bit more of an indicator as to whether you've got you created a video that people are engaging with or you've just created a good thumbnail that people are clicking on but then clicking straight off. So the watch time, and this is in hours, it was all under 100 hours per month really, um, up until October of last year, and then it's really ramped up. And actually, the Christmas New Year period, when a lot of people, I guess, had time off and were watching more YouTube videos, I was getting kind of insane watch hours per day compared to what anything I'd seen before. So in October, in the whole month, I'd had 53 hours of watch time, whereas there was one day in January where I had 60 hours of watch time in that one day. So that was very like amazing to see. And I think that was the first time when I thought actually maybe I can get monetized on YouTube and maybe it can happen in the short term rather than the long term. I think in terms of what's my goals for watch hours is I'd really like to have um, at least 330 watch hours per month because to be monetized, I need to have 4,000 hours of watch time per year. So if you divide 4,000 by 12, you get to 333. So, that's my sort of minimum I'd like to get to. So December and January, I was well above that. And then I'm hoping that with these extra few days left in February, I'll reach that for February as well. And then subscribers, which is a really interesting one, is I was doing well the first few months when I was on YouTube. It was building, then it was a bit variable, primarily because, from November, I think 2022, I changed tact in what content I was sharing and I stopped sharing kind of investment portfolios. So there was a bit less interest in the channel. And then from sort of April time, I stopped posting videos up until October. So um, there wasn't really many new people coming to my channel. And then as soon as I started posting more consistently, I started getting an influx of subscribers. So the highest was in January of this year. I got 97 subscribers in 1 month, and I've had 62 so far in February, which is really good. And given that I'm at 500 subscribers, if I was to get 62 per month, then I'd definitely reach that 1,000 by the end of the year, which would be great. So my goal really with subscribers per month is um, we've got nine. How many? We've got 9 months left of the year. No, we've got 10 months left of the year. That's right. So if I can get 50 subscribers per month, that would get me nicely above the 1,000 by the end of Christmas. The end of December of 2024. So I'd like maybe to be waking up on Christmas morning with a monetized YouTube channel. And then just in terms of comparison, so the last time I posted one of these videos when I had 250 subscribers, um, I had 126 hours of watch time in the last 28 days and 16 subscribers. And you can see here to the right how that's improved. So now I'm getting 359 watch hours in the past um, 28 days and I've had 70 subscribers. So I'm hoping that the next time I do one of these videos, which will hopefully be at 1,000 subscribers, I'm hoping that this will have improved again, which would be really useful. So yeah, so that's my stats so far on YouTube. I actually found it really useful watching back the video I did at 250 subscribers, and that was only 3 months ago now. But it was interesting to just look at the stats and hear how I was talking about those stats because at the time I was saying, "Oh wow, it's improved a lot. Like I'm getting really good numbers." But now at the numbers I'm at now, I look back at those figures and I'm thinking, "Oh, they seem quite low." So it's funny how your perspective changes. Um, my final reflection on this is probably that while I think because I'm not on monetization yet, and that's a big goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers, I'm kind of a bit obsessed with the numbers. What I'm trying not to get into is turning YouTube into something which is about validation and doing things because I want to get comments on it or I want to get likes on it or whatever. Like the whole reason I started YouTube in the first place was because it was this creative outlet for me, separate to my day job. I can do it for myself and it doesn't depend on people. Like I can post videos and whether people like them or don't like them, watch them or don't watch them, I've still had that creative outlet. I've still been through the process. It's like a bit of a therapeutic thing for me where I can do something that's just for me and it doesn't depend on the subjectivity that sometimes or the politics that sometimes comes at work. Um, and at work, sometimes you have to, whether you want to or not, you sometimes have to have validation because, you're employed and there is performance reviews. There are all these things that go into a workplace that actually, when I'm doing something like YouTube and it's for me, it's just a bit of fun. But I found myself when I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, it's you feel good when people are subscribing and you feel bad when people unsubscribe. And I think that's natural, but I'm mindful of the fact that I don't want to be like that too much. I think there'll come a point probably later this year, hopefully when I've reached 1,000 and I've hit the metrics that I need to be monetized. Hopefully then I can sort of delete the studio app, and then I get an email when people comment on the videos. So I'll be notified that way, and I just focus less on the views. I only look at them maybe once a month, because really, for me, I should only be it. The views shouldn't switch what elements of type of video I create. Um, and I just don't really want this to be a validation seeking exercise, which I think is a bit unhelpful, because what I'm trying to foster in myself in this is this attitude that actually, I'm doing this for me, and I'm the judge of whether something's good or bad, and it's not dependent on external factors like other people subjectively liking content and giving me praise or giving me criticism. So, bit of a waffle, but yeah, that's some of my thoughts on it. But hopefully you've enjoyed that video. If you are a YouTuber, then do give me any hints and tips of using these stats that you might have found with YouTube Studio, and let me know how you're getting on with your journey and if you've reached monetization yet. So I'll leave it there, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.